The first presidential debate is just 3 days away, and many are predicting that it will be a ratings juggernaut. Each candidate basically wants the same thing, but Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton have very different approaches. So what does each candidate need to accomplish to consider the debate a win? Host of Fox News Sunday and the moderator of what will be the final 2016 presidential debate, Chris Wallace, is here with me. Chris, your thoughts?
Well, in a funny way, I think it revolves around Trump for both of them. She wants to disqualify him, and he wants to reassure people. It really seems to me a lot of it focuses on Trump's temperament, his credentials, his qualifications and fitness to be president. She wants to make the argument or prove the argument she's been making the entire campaign. He's unfit to be president and commander-in-chief, and he wants to reassure people that he is fit.
So it's not that important in your judgment for her to tick off with specificity and articulation her proposals? That's really, in your view, not what this is about?
Well, I don't think in terms of five-point plans. I do think she has a couple of things she needs to do in an affirmative sense as opposed to the negative sense of hitting Trump. She is historically unlikable, except for Trump, who may be even more disliked by, according to the polls. She certainly wants to cut into that and to show people that she is, as I guess Barack Obama said in 2008, likable enough. And in addition, I think that so much of her campaign has been spent attacking Trump. I think she's going to want to make the affirmative case for herself, not in terms of 10-point plans, but here's how my life, or here's how your life will be better under my policy.
Right. So if she does that, and that's her emphasis, does that help with the cause of validating her argument that he's unfit?
Well, not necessarily. It makes the case that she is fit or more fit and more likable, but I think she also, to the degree, she wants to make this, I think they both want to make it a referendum on the other person.
Right.
She wants to make it a referendum on Trump. He's unfit. And look, she's not going to make herself Ronald Reagan. She's not going to make herself a really popular-like candidate. To a certain degree, when your negatives are that high, you've got to make the other person's negatives even higher. So she wants to do things affirmatively to help herself, but also to disqualify Trump.
And how exactly do you expect Trump to go about this debate?
Well, I have a little bit of inside information, and part of it is that I don't think he's going to be as negative and slashing as some people expect, and as I suspect a lot of those 100 million viewers are hoping for. I think a lot of it is going to be spent on his side, making the affirmative case for his programs, his command, if not of all the details, the major sweep of policy and how his life, your life would be better under his policies. In terms of Clinton, though, one of the things I think they want to do is a kind of jiu-jitsu that Obama did in 2008 when she kept hitting him. He's inexperienced. He's been around for 10 minutes. She's been in public life for a quarter century. He said, if that's the kind of experience that you're talking about, look at what the messes are. You got us into Iraq. We have all these problems in the world. I think he'll do the same thing, questioning her policies, questioning Obamacare, a variety of policies, and saying so much for experience.
You know, I've been thinking about this myself and what I would do were I in his position and faced with the fact that it's probably too late to cram into yourself, you know, enough detail to make it sound like you're already president or have been president. But what happened? How will he deal with the challenge of questions that sort of call for specificity and some detailed knowledge about policy, about the world, about issues, and so on?
Well, again, talking to his staff, they say he knows more than we all think he knows. We'll see on Monday night. And, you know, it's not, again, I don't think most of the viewers out there, I know I don't want to hear an 8-point plan. Those things go in one ear and out the other. You'd want a sense
but doesn't it make a certain impression that you have an 8-point plan?
Well, yeah, but I think the main thing is you know what you're talking about. And there are a lot of people who question that about Donald Trump, and it's going to be one of the fascinating things we'll know on Tuesday morning. Did he satisfy those doubts, those concerns people have about his knowledge, his qualifications, his fitness? In a sense, he goes into the debate with more questions about whether he should even be on that stage than any presidential candidate I can remember. And that's on a challenge, but it's also an opportunity, because if he can pass that bar, he'll have done a lot of good for himself.
And would you agree that the bar is, by virtue of what you just described, set pretty low for him?
Yeah, but first of all, it's not only one debate. It's 3 debates. That's what I think he's got to accomplish in this debate. He does need to show that he belongs on that stage. Having said that, when you say the bar is low, it's 90 minutes with 2 people on that stage. We saw him in these debates with 10 people. You could kind of hide there. You could and he did oftentimes just stop talking for 15, 20 minutes at a time. You're going to have to talk every 2 minutes or so, and you can be sure she's going to be pressing him in ways that are going to be forcing him to demonstrate his knowledge or his command. I don't mean she's going to be asking him, tell me the number between 1 and 10 I'm thinking of right now. But, she may say something about one of these leaders of a country and try to make it clear she knows who this person is and met with them, and he doesn't. So it won't be easy for him. It's a lower bar in terms of just establishing his credibility, but it'll be a very challenging 90 minutes for both of them.
And what do you got coming up on Fox News Sunday this week?
Well, as you might expect, about 24 hours before the first debate, we'll be talking about that. We're going to have Mike Pence, Donald Trump's running mate, to talk about it. And oddly enough, he's going to be at the first debate. Maybe you can remember. I can't remember a running mate going to a presidential debate. My guess is he'll be a star in the spin room afterwards saying Trump just wiped the floor with her. And then we're going to be talking to Joe Benenson, chief strategist for Hillary Clinton's campaign and also a chief strategist for Barack Obama in 2012. And I suspect he's going to have a very contrary view about how she just wiped the floor with him.
There's no place like the spin room. I mean, I must say, I kind of love the fact that it's called that. But when I'm back in my days as a street reporter covering campaigns, I never wanted to go anywhere near the spin room because it never did you any good. But now we're all over it. I mean, the place is packed.
Absolutely, and they will hold up a sign. There'll be a sign that says some virtually unknown operative for one of the campaigns and saying, Chris Wallace is here. Why don't you talk to him? He'll tell you why so-and-so won.
So it's 9 a.m. Eastern time, Sunday morning.
Yeah, check your local listings.
Check your local listings right on the broadcast network.
2 p.m.
2 p.m. on Fox News Channel, Eastern time, right?
Yes.
Well, I'll be watching. Maybe not both times, but at least once.
Well, see, sometimes you need to watch a second time to get some of the
I may try to, but maybe not this Sunday.
Okay.
Chris, thanks very much.